3 sets of headlights, a gunshot in the dark, and Marcus pulling her into his arms like he'd never let go. The SUV skidded to a stop so hard Sienna lurched forward, catching herself on the seat in front of her. Her heart slammed against her ribs. Evan's voice was sharp. "Sir, someone's blocking the road." Marcus didn't hesitate. He grabbed Sienna's hand and pulled her down behind the seat. "Stay low." Her breath shook. "Marcus, don't argue." The headlights illuminated a figure standing in the middle of the narrow forest road. Black clothes, black mask, hands at their sides. Still, waiting. Evan's voice came from the front. "Do we ram them?" "No," Marcus said. "Reverse, now." The SUV jerked backward, tires screeching on the asphalt. The figure didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't react, just watched. Sienna's pulse hammered. "Who is that?" Marcus didn't answer. "Marcus!" "Not now." The SUV accelerated backward, but the road was narrow, winding, lined with trees. Evan struggled to keep the vehicle straight. "Sir," Evan said, "we need to turn around." "Do it." Evan swung the wheel hard. The SUV fishtailed, gravel spraying. The forest blurred past the windows. Sienna clutched Marcus's arm. "Are they following us?" Marcus looked out the back window. "Not on foot." "What does that mean?" "It means they're not alone." Her stomach dropped. "Marcus, stay down." The SUV straightened, speeding down the road. The safe house disappeared behind them. The woods grew darker, thicker, swallowing the last of the light. Then, headlights appeared in the rearview mirror. One pair, then another, then a third. Sienna's breath caught. "Oh my God." Marcus's voice was calm. Too calm. "Evan, lose them." "Yes, sir." The SUV surged forward, engine roaring. The headlights behind them grew brighter, closer. Sienna's heart pounded so hard she felt it in her throat. "Marcus, what do they want?" "You." Her blood ran cold. "Why?" "Because you're leverage." "Leverage for what?" Marcus didn't answer. He didn't have to. The truth was written in the tension of his jaw, the darkness in his eyes, the way he positioned himself between her and the windows. "Marcus," she whispered. "Tell me." He looked at her then, really looked at her, and something in his expression cracked. "They want to hurt me," he said quietly, "and they think hurting you will do it." Her breath caught. "Why me?" "Because you matter." The words hit her like a punch. She didn't know what to say, didn't know how to breathe, didn't know how to process the way her chest tightened at the sound of his voice. Before she could speak, Evan shouted, "Sir, they're gaining." Marcus turned. "Faster." "I'm trying." The SUV swerved around a bend. The headlights behind them followed, relentless. Sienna's voice shook. "Marcus, what do we do?" He grabbed her hand again, squeezing it once. Firm, grounding, steady. "You stay with me," he said. "No matter what." Her breath trembled. "I'm scared." "I know." "Are you?" "Yes." She stared at him, stunned. "You are?" "Yes." "Why?" His eyes locked onto hers. "Because I can't lose you." Her heart stuttered. She didn't have time to respond. A loud bang exploded behind them. The SUV jolted violently. Evan cursed. "They're shooting at the tires!" Sienna screamed as the SUV fishtailed, skidding across the road. Marcus pulled her into his chest, shielding her with his body. "Hold on!" The SUV spun, gravel flying, trees blurring. Then it slammed to a stop against a ditch. Silence. For one terrifying second, Sienna couldn't breathe. Then, "Everyone okay?" Evan shouted. Marcus didn't answer. He was already moving. He pushed the door open, grabbed Sienna's hand, and pulled her out of the SUV. "Move!" Her legs shook. "Marcus! Move!" The headlights behind them grew brighter. Engines revved. Doors slammed. They were coming. Marcus pulled her toward the trees. "Run!" She stumbled after him, branches whipping her arms, cold air burning her lungs. The forest was dark, dense, disorienting. Behind them, voices shouted, flashlights cut through the trees. Sienna's breath hitched. "Marcus, they're close." "I know." "Where are we going?" "Somewhere they can't follow." "How do you know where that is?" "I don't." Her heart dropped. "Marcus, trust me." She didn't know why she did, but she did. They ran deeper into the woods, the ground uneven beneath their feet. Marcus kept her close, guiding her around fallen branches, pulling her over rocks, never letting go of her hand. Finally, they reached a clearing, a small break in the trees where moonlight spilled across the ground. Marcus stopped. Sienna collapsed against a tree, gasping for breath. "We can't stay here." "I know. They're going to find us." "I know. Then what do we do?" Marcus stepped closer, his chest rising and falling with heavy breaths. "We wait." "For what?" "For them to make a mistake." Her pulse raced. "Marcus, this is insane." He cupped her face, his hands warm against her cold skin. "Look at me." She did. His eyes were intense, focused, burning with something she couldn't name. "You're safe," he said. "I won't let anything happen to you." "You can't promise that." "I just did." Her breath shook. "Why do you care so much?" His jaw tightened. He didn't answer. He didn't have to. The truth was in his eyes. Before she could speak, a branch snapped behind them. Marcus spun, pulling her behind him. Flashlights flickered through the trees. Voices grew louder. Closer. Sienna's heart pounded. "Marcus!" "Stay behind me." The flashlights broke through the tree line. 3 figures stepped into the clearing. Black clothes, black masks. Marcus's grip tightened around her hand. The tallest figure stepped forward. "Blackwood," he said, voice distorted. "Hand her over." Marcus didn't move. "No, you can't protect her." "I can. You won't win this." "I already have." The figure laughed. "You think you're untouchable." "I think," Marcus said, stepping forward, "you made a mistake coming here." "And what mistake is that?" Marcus's voice dropped to a lethal calm. "You underestimated me." The figure raised a weapon. Sienna gasped. Marcus pushed her behind a tree. "Stay down." "Marcus!" "Don't move." The masked man stepped closer. Marcus didn't flinch. The man lifted the weapon. A gunshot cracked through the clearing. Sienna screamed. Marcus didn't fall. The masked man did. Evan burst into the clearing with 2 more security agents, weapons drawn. "Sir," Evan shouted, "we've got them." The remaining masked figures bolted into the trees. Evan's team chased them. Marcus turned to Sienna. She was shaking uncontrollably. He stepped toward her. "Sienna." She looked up at him, eyes wide, breath trembling. "Marcus, I thought—" He pulled her into his arms, not controlled, not calculated, not cold. Warm, strong, human. "You're safe," he murmured into her hair. "I've got you." She clutched his coat, burying her face against his chest. "I was so scared." "I know. You could have been— I'm here." She pulled back just enough to look at him. His eyes were softer than she'd ever seen them. "Marcus," she whispered, "why are you doing this?" He brushed a tear from her cheek with his thumb. "Because," he said quietly, "I can't lose you." Her breath caught. He leaned in. Closer, closer. Her heart raced. His lips brushed hers. Then Evan shouted from the trees, "Sir, we found something!" Marcus froze. The moment shattered. He stepped back, jaw tight, eyes dark again. "Stay here," he said. "Marcus, stay." He walked toward Evan. Sienna's heart pounded. She didn't know what Evan found. She didn't know what it meant. But she knew one thing. Whatever they discovered, it was about her. They survived the woods, but what Evan found left at the gate may be the most dangerous thing yet. Chapter 8 continues now.